Hey, what is up, guys? It's Brendan here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Shopify pricing, comparing all the different plans, the Shopify pricing plans, taking a look at similarities and differences, and maybe what's the best plan for you in growing and starting a small business on Shopify. So that's what we're going to be diving into here in today's video. But before we dive in, of course, I do want to mention, if you don't already have a Shopify store, you can go and check out that first link down below in the description box. That's BrennanValesky.com/Shopify. It'll take you right over to this page here where you can get started with a Shopify free trial. Once again, that is a Shopify free trial at the first link down below in the description. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into things. So, Shopify pricing. Now, they have, of course, adjusted and modified this pricing over time. I do want to say a quick disclaimer. Of course, with the various different pricing plans and what's currently available, be sure to check out the Shopify pricing page to get the most realistic and up-to-date pricing. But as it stands, as of the making of today's video, this is where their pricing plans stand and what they currently have available in terms of all the different flexibility and different options that you have. And I get it can totally be overwhelming, and of course, that's why I'm making this video today. So in terms of the general overview of all the different plans that Shopify has available, primarily they have their basic plan, which is, as you can see here, the most popular for individuals and small businesses. Then they have their Shopify plan, and then they have their advanced plan. So these are the three main ones that you will typically see, people talk about, or just that most users use, especially most people that want a Shopify store and an actual Shopify full-blown store and website and everything. Most people you're going to see them with the basic plan. If that's most Shopify store owners. Most people go with the basic plan. And currently it is $39 a month. That's USD, of course. Now, you can actually pay yearly and save a little bit of money. So as you can see here, you can pay yearly and save 25%. So if you do want to save a little bit of money, you can opt for the annual purchase plan currently with Shopify. And then that brings that basic total down to $29 a month. And then, of course, $79 and $299 with Shopify, and then the advanced. And then with the monthly, as you can see, $105 or $399 or $39. So, it's a little bit cheaper. It's about 25%, which is a nice little discount. If you're looking to save money, if you're okay with paying annually, that, is a good substantial amount to save. Now, we will be breaking down, of course, some of the other differences between these plans in just a moment. But before we do that, I did also want to show you that there are also a couple of other alternative Shopify plans that they offer with different pricing structures. So before we go into the main ones, the most popular ones, there are also a couple others. So these are, as you can see, alternative solutions for your business. Now, I have done another video going over the differences between the starter and basic plan. The starter plan could be great for you. If you do want to learn more, I will leave links to other videos down in the description if you want to learn more about how maybe the basic plan compares directly to the starter plan, or what the Shopify starter plan even is. To give you just a brief overview here in this video, it's basically the $5 a month plan. Now, this is the cheapest Shopify pricing plan, or just Shopify plan that you can have in general across all of their different pricing options, is the starter. Now, key thing to understand about the starter plan is that you don't actually get a full-blown website per se. You don't actually get a whole website and store. Like, you don't get an online store. You just get sort of a truncated version of that, where it's basically just a product page. So you can still sell products through almost like a social media or a basic Shopify store. It still allows you to sell products, and it's all still in the Shopify ecosystem. So maybe if you're just getting started and you don't necessarily need a full-blown website, then this could be a really good, much cheaper option for you. And, at $5 a month, as you can see here. So you can sell products at events and through social media and messaging apps. So again, it is a bit more limited. If you do want to learn more about the starter plan, I will leave links to other videos in the description. But the starter plan is the cheapest option, which is really cool. And I know a lot of you guys hey, what's the cheapest thing that I can get? That's the starter plan. Again, you don't get a full-blown website, but you do at least, get the product pages, you can load your products. And the nice thing about it too, in the long run, you could start out on the starter plan and then you could always upgrade later on to the other plans like the basic Shopify plan if you do want to later on have a full-blown website. Maybe you're just starting out selling a couple products. You can also use apps with this as well. So, depending on what you're doing, that could help you out as well. Now, in addition to the other alternative plans to mention before we dive into the details on the other ones as well, they do have a retail plan, which is meant for POS systems and selling in store at $89 per month. And then they also have Shopify Plus starting at $2,000 a month. That is more for high volume based businesses, more enterprise level solutions. Not going to be speaking too much on Shopify Plus in this video here today, but I figured I would mention it because it is another pricing plan that Shopify does offer. In addition to that, they do also have their commerce components, which as you can see here is a modern composable stack for enterprise retail. That is not exactly the same as Shopify Plus, but it's somewhat similar in that you do need to talk to them and contact sales to actually get an accurate price. So that's again more for enterprise level solutions, not necessarily just the average person. So if you are interested in that, then you will have to contact them to actually get the pricing on that. But I figured I would mention it here in this video because it is another thing that Shopify does offer. So going into the other more specifics between the regular three primary options that they market here, with the basic, Shopify, and advanced, as you can see, they are pretty well labeled in my opinion. I would also venture to say, the starter is good for like micro businesses just because it's the cheapest. If you're just wanting to sell like one or two products or something, that could be good for you. But if you do want a full-blown website, you do have to go with the basic plan. So in terms of how the different plans differ, 99% of people, 99% of you watching this video will be just fine with the basic plan. If you already want a full-blown Shopify store and website for your business, in that case, then you're gonna have to go above the starter plan. You're gonna need the basic, and then the basic in general is good for like 99% of people probably watching this video. You don't really necessarily need Shopify plan and advanced plan. That may make sense for you, which I'll get into the specifics of why it may make sense for you in just a moment. But that might make sense for you as you grow and scale your business. Starting out, as long as you want just a full-blown website, the basic is just fine for you. Now, in the long run, this is where those other plans really make more sense, is as you continue to scale your business, depending on what your monthly revenue is, then it can math-wise make sense. You just have to run the numbers. So the difference, because realistically, we'll get into the feature sets in just a second, but realistically, just the short and sweet of it, you're really just going to save money on the credit card rates. As you can see here, the credit card rates are a little bit higher on basic versus the Shopify versus the advanced plan. So really the biggest cost savings, you just have to figure out like, hey, and the shipping discounts as well. So the shipping discounts, but in terms of the actual money, then you have to factor that in is like, hey, does spending $105 or $399, balance out where we'll actually save more money just purely off of the lower credit card rates? That's sort of the math equation that you have to figure out. Not going to be doing the math here in this video, but that's something you have to personally run and see, hey, based on your volume of sales, does it actually make sense to go to the other plans? Because again, feature-wise, fairly similar. You really do get a lot with the basic plan, which is why it's the most popular plan. Now, in terms of the other features that I was mentioning, and we're going to be comparing those plan features as well, again, shipping discount is a big one as well that you might be saving on if you are using the Shopify shipping app. Another piece, these are 88% versus only 77% currently. Another piece is the reporting. So you do get better reporting in the higher level plans, and you do get more staff accounts. So if you only have 2 people, or if you need 5 or 15, then, that alone could make you decide to switch and upgrade and spend more money on the other plans. But in terms of the other features, now let's go ahead and dive into the specifics here. So of course they have it broken down monthly and yearly. Again, if you want to follow along with this, feel free, sign up for a free trial or something, at the link below, and you can, follow along as well, when you're picking things. But generally, this is how it breaks down. So you have your online store. Again, you get an online store with all of these. You have unlimited products, so no problems there. Staff accounts is the main difference. And then beyond that, a lot of it is fairly similar. Inventory locations, manual order creation, gift cards. Some of these features, they've really worked in the long run on Shopify just to include it across the board in a lot of cases for even the basic plan. But if you do need third-party calculated shipping rates, so if you do have third-party apps, then it might make sense for you to go with the advanced. Beyond that as well, then again, we already mentioned the shipping discounts. They do have other discounts here. So as you can see, they do have a shipping insurance beta as well as other USPS shipping options that you can get with the other plans built in. So that's another thing worth considering there. It's really the credit card rates, honestly, that's the biggest difference between the different plans, and also the transaction fees. So if you are using third-party payment providers that aren't through Shopify Payments, that's where that extra percent can make a big difference. You're charged an extra fee of 2% on top, or 1%, or just a 0.5%. So something key to understand when you're looking at and comparing those plans. Beyond that, though, not a ton of difference. You can also add on the point of sale systems per location if you do want to add retail to your online store, which I'll be getting into the retail plan specifics after this section, and we can go through, exactly how that breaks down as well if you are interested in Shopify point of sale, because that is, again, the Shopify retail is another plan that they do offer. Import tax is another thing. Duties and import taxes estimated in collecting those here at checkout. If you do want that, that is only on the advanced plan. So that's really how most of it breaks down. But as you can see, realistically, beyond the gross sales volumes discounts, for the most part, you pretty much have all the same features, and that's why really the basic still stands to be the most popular. And again, you get it the cheapest at the yearly versus the monthly. Now, breaking down. Again, I already mentioned the starter plan, which, if you're interested in that, of course, I do have the Shopify link below. First link in the description. If you do want to start a free trial, you can select the starter plan as well. Again, that is only the $5 a month plan. Not going to be spending too much time here in this video going through all the specifics of this, because I do have a whole other video going over how it compares. But again, it is just the cheapest option, like I already mentioned, and you can sell pretty easily, as you can see here, perfect for sharing products across social media. Now, the point of sale pricing plan, their other option is the Shopify retail plan at $89. This is just for, a point of sale here. You do need to add on, if you're trying to sell online, then you would have to add on the other online store setup. This is just for point of sale, so it is a little bit separate and is something worth considering depending on your needs. This is the pricing for selling in person. So as a starter, you can do the POS Lite within the starter plan at just the $5 a month, which is really cool, again, if you're just doing the POS Lite. But if you do need a full point of sale system beyond just like a light setup, then you will want the retail, which is $89 a month. I get it's a bit more expensive, but if you're selling in person, maybe you need that flexibility for a retail-based business, selling in store, and you can link it to a, this gives you a simple online presence with just the $89, but if you do want a full online store, you do need the basic plan, and then you can go in and add on the point of sale, as you can see here, POS Pro. So you can get the POS Lite on any of the plans. You get the POS Lite even on the Shopify starter plan. As you saw here, you get the POS Lite on any plan. But if you want POS Pro, that's where you have to then add the extra fee there. Which can give you, again, as you can see here, is really best for brick and mortar based businesses that have maybe more locations. You get more control over the staff permissions, in-depth inventory reporting tools based on the per location. Again, this is per location, but if you are selling at multiple locations, you would need the different terminals as well to actually accept payments and things like that. Again, maybe if you're just selling at, like, as you can see here, retail stores, pop-ups, markets, if it's just a one-man band, it's just you, then the POS Lite you'd probably be able to get by on, and you wouldn't necessarily need the POS Pro plan. You could basically just get away with the Lite, which again is included on all the different plans, even the starter plan as well. So that's sort of how point of sale works. As you can see here, then you have the add-ons there. So that's pretty much all of the different Shopify pricing plans and different Shopify plans that they currently have available. Again, if you are interested in signing up for Shopify and you do want to get started with them, you can go ahead and check out that first link down below in the description. That's BrennanValesky.com/Shopify. It will take you right over to this page here where you can get started with a Shopify free trial. Again, I hope you guys found this video helpful today on comparing the different Shopify pricing plans and just showing you all of the different options that they currently have available. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, then be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. But anyway, guys, that is all for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.